I hate centipedes. They're gross, they make me want to throw up, and I hate looking at them. It doesn't matter if I'm looking at a harmless house centipede, they are the scum of the earth and I wish they will all disappear. And now, I don't have full-on entomophobia. I can look at photos and footages of centipedes just fine, and I will try to catch and release one when I see one in the house. That is if I am home alone. Yay, I got it! Now, my hatred of centipedes started when I was about 9 years old. My family was still living in Japan at the time, and I was a few days into my first year of 4th grade. It was a cool September night and all was calm. It was my bedtime and I was trying to fall asleep. Right as I was about to fall asleep, I feel something crawl on my arm. I freak out and start flailing my arms like a maniac. Whatever was on my arm flew off. I turn on the lights in my room and I don't see anything. I go to my parents and tell them that there was something in my room. They search my room, but they don't find anything, and they think I'm making things up. Of course they don't believe me. So you can imagine that I was too nervous to sleep that night. I guess I did eventually fall asleep because it was suddenly morning. I get out of bed and go downstairs to get ready for school. When I get down, I see a little Ziploc bag next to the front door. When I got closer, I saw a giant centipede inside the bag. I couldn't exactly tell what color it was, but hey, I was living in Japan at the time. It could have been a Macleod for all I know. My parents came up to me and apologized for not believing in me. They then told me what happened last night when they went to bed. That same centipede went into my parents' bedroom and the thing decided to crawl on my dad's arm. My dad, of course, freaks out, and instead of playing with his arms like I did, he proceeded to hit the centipede with a shoe 3 times. And it was still somehow alive after a brutal shoe beating. And that is the story of how I started hanging centipedes. To this day, I haven't let my parents live this down. And now it's on the internet forever. Now and I will I was a few days into my first year for no, not first, it's 4th. My dad of course freaks out, and instead of flailing it, my dad of course freaks out and